Welcome to another review of Mushoku Tensei, Chapter 56. I just got done reviewing Volume 9 of the manga. Now here I am reviewing Chapter 56 of the manga. And I have to say, reading the comments in this manga, it seems like a lot of people don't understand character development within a unique isekai. They really don't know. I can't blame them because they're used to the norm, the tropes. Usually when someone goes to a isekai world, they become powerful, everyone likes them, and they're more confident. But the question is, where does that come from? Mushoku Tensei does something that's completely different from most isekais. Yes, Rudeus in his new world. Yes, he has become talented only because he put in a lot of effort to become talented. Plus, he is good at strategy. However, Rudeus is still the person he was in the past. An introvert, an antisocial person, a loser. So because of that, people don't seem to understand why doesn't he fend for himself, why does he still act scared and nervous despite the fact that who he is in the new world. Well, it's because I guess most people don't understand what it means to write a good character. And that's the entire thing about Rudeus' journey, is him becoming a better person in this new world. It's not just him going to a new world, becoming overpowered, and all the girls just love him for no good reason and stuff like that. And that's what I like about this. He is still looked down upon. But before I get ahead of myself, let's talk about the beginning. The reasons why I like the manga so much is because you get to see characters in their art design that you don't get a chance to see in the novels. That's one of the things I like about that. You get to see what they look like. I always wondered what did that gorilla-looking female look like who protected the girl's dorm. It seemed like Rui's last chapter, which was last month, he caught some flying undergarments, and all the girls immediately called him a pervert, and he was surrounded. He was about to get beat up. Severe punishment. There is a rule. Guys aren't allowed on the girls' territory after dark. Ruiz didn't know that because he was new, and because of that, they're about to give him the beatdown. Even though Ruiz could fight against him, he still has that mentality. He has that trauma in the past where people would give him a bad name, of a false reputation, and he just felt bad about himself, even though it was all false. And because of that, he still has that thing that's pulling him back. Yes, and people say, well, can't we just beat these people up? Yes, he could, but what will that solve, really? What will that solve? Yes, Rudeus is good when it comes to strategy. He can fight monsters and demons most of the time, or people who are really bad. But when it comes to normal people, especially him being in school, it's going to have a little effect on him. In a way, I bet he's still afraid of being in school. Why do you think so far he's entered this academy? He has been extremely super stiff, uptight, and respectful to everybody around him because that's what he feels like he has to do, so he won't have this bad name going around him all the time. That's what's going on. And it sucks that some people don't understand it. I don't say all of them, but some people don't understand it. And it's understandable why they don't. Now, he was saved by Fitts, and then how it went about was very interesting. She wasn't there to protect him in a way, but morally, she was there to protect them. Because I guess you know who Fitts is already. Fitts is Selfie, and she knows how strong Ruiz can be, but however, Ruiz himself doesn't realize how strong he can be because of his mental state. And that brings some good development in a way. Now, he also meets Luke Noto's Grey Rats. And in this world, when it comes to nobility, you are a noble when you have 3 names. And if you are someone who's close to the family, but you don't have 3 names, they'll call you, oh, it's you 2-name. You 2-name peasant or something like that. So that's what Luke meant when he saw Rudeus in the way. You know, how Rudeus knew who Luke was because his father was disowned by the Noto's family. In a way, Paul was supposed to be the next head of the Noto's family. Paul Noto's Grey Rat. But however, he didn't like the suffocating rules that was placed under him, so he ran away. he was disowned. He became just Paul Grey Rat and became a guard outside the village. And that's pretty much how it works. So, however, Paul, as you can tell, the Notos and the Boris are two different names. They both have the last name Grey Rat, but it's the middle name that matters the most. If the middle name shows their lineage of who they are, of nobility. So you have the Boris, who are very interested in beast-like creatures or furry, beautiful animals, while the Notos, as you already see Paul, are womanizers. They mostly care about big-breasted women and stuff like that. So they're both perverse in their own way, but each one has their own flavor of what they like, their own preference, you would say. Seeing him, though, he's a better jerk. So you get to hear some rumors by him through Zenoba, saying how at birth he was taught, some magic and, of course, sword skills, mainly the water god style. He's probably no more near above entry level, intermediate level. I don't think he's nowhere near water king or anything like that. He's intermediate, nor is he a saint. He's not a water saint. He's just intermediate. So he's good. For his age, he's good. Some people take a while to really train. So if you train at a young age, of course, you will gain that power as saint. Because as we know, Eris already had the Sword King style as saint, in a way. Well, she is not a Sword Saint, she's intermediate, but she had the skills of a Sword Saint, is what I'm trying to say. And there were spoilers. So if you do read the manga on some websites, be careful of spoilers in the comment section. People just blurt stuff out that they read in the novels, and it's not good, okay? It will spoil you a lot. Luckily for me, I've already read all the novels, so I didn't get spoiled, because I know everything. But I don't spoil. I don't know why it's so hard for people not to spoil stuff. Just keep it to yourself. That's all you have to do. I guess people like to do that, I guess. Some people don't mean it, actually. Now, finally, he talks back to Silent Fitts. Silent Fitts is rumored, all these kind of rumors out. He was trained by assassins. Now he's guarding Ariel. He can use voices, incantations, so that's why they call him Silent Fitts, because he's really good at what he does. But we all know who he is. He's Selphie, disguised as a man. And Selphie throws hints at Rudeus, in a way. She throws hints. She's saying how she was worried that someone she knew in her childhood was gone missing, but she found them, and she believes that she couldn't do much about it. But of course, Rudeus being respectful, saying, you had your own things, tied up, protecting the princess. She did. And now they're together again. The question is, when will she reveal who she is to Rudeus is the big question. Everyone wants to know that. When she's going to reveal that. We'll have to wait and see. It'll probably take a while. Let's let me tell you that. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while, people. So probably, it depends how they pace the chapters, in a way, of how they do it. And one last thing I want to talk about is Rudeus is starting to question his sexuality, in a way. Every time he touches Fitts, or Fitts talks to him, he has this tightening in his chest and stuff. And he's like, he's a dude. He's a dude. He's a dude. So he's still thinking that Fitts is a boy. But that's the point, It's like the thing of Mulan. Everyone thought Mulan was a boy named Pink. So Fitts is doing the same thing. But in a way, Selphie is doing it better, because I keep telling people that. People keep saying, why is Rudeus being so dense? He is dense, but he's not being dense on purpose. Because he most times play dense, but he's not really dense. Because no one knew Silent Fitts is a girl. Everyone thinks he's a boy. Think about it for a second. Everyone there thinks he's a boy. Even people who are smarter than Rudeus there thinks he's a boy. So why can't Rudeus think he's a boy? Be unnoticeable. Well, Rudeus' childhood friend, yes, but Rudeus knew Selphie all the way up until he was 7 years old. And then he went off to tutor Eris, and then the entire incident happened, and years passed. Rudeus is like 15 years old now. He's not going to remember Selphie like that, especially that she changed her hair and doesn't talk much and is more dependable. Think about it. Rudeus thinks of Selphie as someone who was learning good at magic, but was still a bit clumsy and very dependable on Rudeus. So, of course, he's going to think that about Selphie. Of course, she had the green hair. But there's a big difference in that. So I don't know why people can't see that. It seems like people are having a hard time to really understanding the series when it's so simple to understand. It stresses me out a little. But I digress. Well, that's all I got for this. It was good. Some people wish that it would be a weekly series, but if it was, it won't be as good or special as it is right now. So I'm thankful it's at least monthly. And I can't wait for Volume 10 to come out so I can read that too and review it to you guys. Um, like I said, the creator of the series is in Tokyo right now talking to people. Well, there's some studio. Hope it's Hope it's White Fox. Please let me White Fox. Ugh. Or the people that are Chio Hero. It's one of those two people. It has to be one of those two. So anyways, that's what I got for this review. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoy my content. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Macron and Anime, sign out.